Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So I'm in the airport again, but today is the day that I'm heading home, and I'm actually very ready and very excited to be heading home now. Yes, I'm still working. Work doesn't stop. I actually have some time to sit still and get some work done, although I do not have to be here too long today. That's good. I've been here now for probably about an hour, but I was just looking around at how, like, there is no people watching in here. It's like literally empty. Let me show you. Like literally empty. Like I can hold this here for quite some time, and you just see that one person there, but you see like nobody else coming for like several seconds, right? It's so weird how empty this airport is here in Minnesota. Like, there's another person. But yeah, it's pretty empty. And so normally, I can people watch in the airport, and it kind of distracts me a little bit from getting stuff done that I could be doing on the computer. But being in an airport that doesn't have too many people, and the people who are walking by, I've seen them already. Like they're looking for something to eat, I guess, like I did. So anyway, I came here and it was early, only about maybe 8. I hear probably about 8. It's 9:13 now. And I got through TSA pre-check. I could have gone general. It doesn't matter because there was no one here. And I came and asked, like, where's the best? I asked a couple ladies where the best breakfast was in this wing. And they told me, and they were right, because I had breakfast. Oh, this is good. I had breakfast, you all, at this restaurant called Minnesota Wild. So if you're ever in Minnesota, in the St. Paul airport, Minnesota Wild has an amazing potatoes and gravy skillet. Oh, it was so good. They call it home fries, but it's the chunky, the cubed, basically, like potatoes with sausage gravy. That's the white gravy. That sausage gravy and peppers and onions. It was spectacular. Spectacular. And I had a side of bacon with it. I didn't realize that the side of bacon was $7, and then I asked for another side of bacon when I ran out so I could eat it with the rest of my potatoes. That was another $7. $14 on bacon this morning. I could have gotten 2 packs, but I mean, it's the grocery store, but I'm not at the grocery store, so I had to just pay it, right? But that's why it's so important to me to continue to work hard like I do, right? When you work hard for your business, it's a little different than working hard on the job. The job, you're grinding for somebody else, but in business you're grinding for yourself, so it's a little different. Good morning, viewers. Subscribe, please, so you can keep hearing about life after being a principal. So now I'm here, and I've had my breakfast. It was so filling and fulfilling. It was great. It was delicious. Shout out to Minnesota Wild. And my flight leaves at about 10:30, so I'm excited about that I don't have to be in here all day. I'm going back to Chicago, and I did get, look what I got. I'm not even a Garrett's fan like that, but I took my friend Maggie some Garrett's when I was in the Chicago airport yesterday for so many hours. I kept looking over there like, I should get some, no I shouldn't. I should get some, no I shouldn't. It's just a craving. And you just get it because everybody makes such a big deal out of it. But it's popcorn, y'all. But anyway, I got a bag and I didn't touch it yesterday, so I'm going to touch it today. And Lincoln's going to eat it all up. I already know. And so, yeah. So I'm here, and I'll get back in Chicago probably around noon. I'll probably be hungry, but I'll probably just get like some pizza in the airport so I can get on the road, go warm up my baby, my car that's been sitting at the airport since Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's been there 6 days. I don't even remember what the parking price was per day, but it doesn't matter. I've got to pay it if I want my car, right? That's what the baby nine. Lord, the nephew is texting, asking for money to get an Uber to school. That's the oldest one. The junior. Oh, I guess so. I guess. Hello, Rainier, as Alibi. Really, you got to learn how to spell it first. While you're trying to use that word, you should learn how to spell it. Some people can be so ignorant sometimes. Y'all know that. But I guess that's what we have to expect, you know, when you're in the world with people, that not everybody is going to be as smart as you. So I'm online just taking care of a little business here while I have the time. Yeah, okay. Sure you're sorry. Sure you are. So where are you chiming in from? Nig, where are you chiming in from? Hello, other viewers. I hope you all have a little better mannerisms or manners than the first person who came on. Good morning. Tell me where you're chiming in from. Go and subscribe. Let's chat. So what do I do while I'm in the airport? I'm always checking emails. I do that wherever I am. But I also teach CBRF classes. I could have really taught a class yesterday as long as I was in the airport yesterday, but I didn't. Sometimes I like taking a break from that too. But today I'm grading my students' tests so I can go ahead and so I can go ahead and get them added to the Wisconsin registry so they can get a promotion on their job or start their jobs. I have to get that done, and I don't want to be the holdup for them. And then I have some cruise bookings to do. Some people have sent their information, ready to get their cruises booked for 2026. 2026 is going to be some type of year. It's going to be so great. And so, let's see. Okay. I'm going to be timed out. Okay. It's going to be a year for so many people, for me, because I'm doing all the booking. And for those of you who are still asking, like, what is it that you do? I'm a professional network marketer, and I book travel for people as well. That's my main thing. That's my business. So if you are looking for travel, if you're looking for extra income, I can take care of both of those things for you. I sure can. What else am I doing? I have to get ready for choir rehearsal tonight. Make sure the choir is listening to the songs that we have to do for this weekend for our Christmas service. I have to add my items to my Christmas list. I want some Versace Bright Crystal, the perfume and the lotion. And I want some cast iron skillets. I'll probably be buying that myself because my husband got me the couch that I want. So I'm very happy about that. So there's no need for me to ask him for anything else for Christmas right now, okay? So I'm just happy that I can be in the airport and not feel stressed out. You know, when you see people in the airport on business, usually they are so stressed out. Hey, LaShawn. They're so stressed out about, something they have to do for work or getting back to work or getting this turned in time and all of that. And I just do not want that type of stress and energy in my life. This is probably, and this isn't stressful, just knowing I just paid $35 for breakfast, but it's okay. If I would have left the soda off, it would have been $4.29 less. And if I had only gotten one side order of bacon instead of two, it would have been $14 less. But nonetheless, the blessing is what? Being able to pay, right? That's the blessing, is to be able to pay for it. I wish I could pay her in cash. I think I do have enough cash to pay her. Wouldn't that be swell? I do. Good. Then I won't use my card. I hardly ever keep stacks. Those are ones, and a 10 and a 20. But I never keep cash, so that's all my cash, and she gets to keep it. LaShawn, hey Mason. Mason Capella, hello. You all please go and subscribe so we can continue to chat about life after the principal role and what it entails. Because a lot of times people want to know. Like, they think when you're done being a principal one place that you just automatically go to another. No, I've been a principal in, hi Ayush, I hope I said it right, and Actus. I've been a principal in St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've had enough of the principal role. So now this is life after the principal role, being able to eat breakfast in the airport, paying $35 for that, taking a plane home from Minnesota to Wisconsin, from Minnesota to Illinois. And I'm parked at the airport in Illinois. Yeah, I'm in the airport, Ayush. I was on a business/leisure trip, but now it's time to get home. And yeah, I'm ready to get home too. I'm uploading some things here. You all know, let me share this with you. One thing I do want to do, and go and subscribe so I can keep you all posted on this. One thing I do want to do is teach at the collegiate level. I want to be a professor at a college or university. And so periodically, especially around this time of year, I always go and just kind of see what's out there. That's one of the hardest things to do, though, is to get into a college. You know why? People never quit. They like either retire or die before they leave. People just don't leave the college, level. They don't. Good morning. Because it's flexible. I guess, it's satisfying. Yes, no change. Thank you. You were excellent, and the food was superb. Thank you. You too. Thank you, Ayush. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of wasting a little time. My flight leaves in about an hour, and there's nobody in the airport, y'all. Like, literally right now, I'm just looking at this wing, and there's nobody walking through. This is nothing like Chicago. I should almost be live here and then turn around and be live when I get to Chicago so you can see the difference, right? Like, look, like he keeps walking past. He or she, they, I don't know, keeps walking past. And look, there's no one, like, that window over there is where people come through TSA, right? And nobody's coming through. It is such a low attended airport, if you will. I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but like, no one's here. And I'm not complaining because it made everything so much easier. I mean, getting through TSA, and I do have TSA pre-check. You should get TSA pre-check if you if you fly a lot. You should. You should. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. It helps you get through quickly. My husband was a college professor. He stopped. He was working full-time and teaching part-time. Oh, he was working, though. He was working full-time and teaching part-time. See, my work is just going to continue to be my business, right? Because my travel business pays me well. Like, that's my main focus. Hence why I talk about it so much and share it with so many people. But teaching on a part-time basis is fine for me, like 1 or 2 nights a week, as long as it's not my church night. a couple days a week, couple hours. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay. I don't want to be anywhere where I have to teach every day, but I'm sure teaching full time, working full time during the day and then having to turn around and teach at night, I bet that was a lot. Where was he, LaShawn? What school? Was it there in Illinois? Like, I'm even willing to commute a couple days a week to teach because I still love teaching. I still love it. I just want to teach adults. I don't want to teach children. Yeah, I don't want to manage adults. I don't want to go. That's why I don't want to go back into the principal role. Managing adults is so tiresome. Let me use that. It's so tiresome because nobody really wants to listen. It's like teaching children, but nobody really wants to listen. But the good thing is, in our business, when I have business partners, I'm their coach. I'm not their boss, so they don't have to listen. Downtown, okay. Yeah, I'm willing to commute. Okay, I'm willing to commute like to Chicago, to Madison, to Racine, to Kenosha. I'm willing to do that. I use your student and you teach math. Ooh, you must be good. You must be really good if you're teaching math. I would do math. When I was working with the GED program, and I was working, helping the students with their math. He said, yes, that's right, I use yes. I said, you must be good. He said, yes, that's very confident, love that. I said, I could teach basic math. I could do the basics. I could do equations, solving equations, up to solving equations. I'm not interested in geometry, algebra. I could do it. But when we start talking about calculus and advanced stuff, no, I know how to count my money. I do know how to do that. But yeah, but I would love to teach at the collegiate level. And so if anyone has any insight on how to get in quickly, because and I know, when I get my doctorate, y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. When I get my doctorate, that'll open up some doors. I know God is working it all out for me. I already know that. And that's exciting. I like the ring of Dr. DFR. I like the ring. Hello, Kairulali and Satish, who are live. What do you mean? Who is live? Where am I from? I'm from Wisconsin. IT student. Oh, yeah, I get it. IT, you all are like gurus. You all know when I go to the Apple store, I tell them they're like next to God. Not like next to him, like under, but like close, like close to God because they can solve any problem. You all know one day, let me tell you what I did one day. Now, this is my new Mac, but I had a MacBook Air that was even thinner than this one a while back, some years ago, at least 10 years ago, within 10 years ago. And I was on the phone. Okay, yeah, somebody was calling. Okay, so I had a MacBook Air some years ago, and I was on the phone, go figure, right? I was on the phone, I had like shoes in my hand or something, and my laptop in my arm, and probably a book bag on my shoulder. Well, I messed around and put the laptop on top of the car. Dumb move, I know. But I was trying to multitask, and I shouldn't have been because I wasn't attentive. And I was on the phone with my brother, I remember that. And I like literally backed out of the garage, pulled off, got to the street, took off, and I lived on 133rd. When I got to like 110th, 112th, I said, my computer. I literally turned at the first corner, got out, jumped out of the car, looked on top of the car, and it wasn't there anymore. And you know what? I was hoping that these things, that are kind of like rubbery, I was hoping that gravity would have it, or whatever you call it, air pressure, I don't know, would have it that it still would have been like stuck to the top of the car. No. So when it wasn't up there, I said, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I turned around, and as soon as I got back to my complex, I saw my laptop on the ground in the middle of the street, and all I kept hearing was And it was trucks and cars just constantly, just the next one just riding past. They couldn't see it because it was so thin, but I could hear it being crushed. I was devastated. Devastated. I parked the car, I jumped out, ran in the middle of the street when no cars were coming. And when I grabbed that computer and opened it up, y'all, I couldn't even think straight. I went numb. Why? Because I had just finished writing my book, and my whole book was on there. A Principal's Expectations from A to Z was on there. And all I could say is, oh my God, it's gone. It's ruined. Not realizing that Apple can solve it all. Thank you, Lord, and thank you, Apple. They're like gurus. And because I was supposed to do a presentation for a school that evening or that afternoon, I was like, how am I going to get all my presentations off of here, my book? I just, like, sometimes your life is on your computer and your phone, right? And so I ran up there, and I ran up to the Apple store, and I told them what happened. And they said, we'll see what we can do. They were able to extract all of the information off of this thin computer, right, onto an external drive. And I still have that external drive to this day. Everything was saved. Well, the computer, of course, was ruined, but... And then, like, the next week, I got offered a position to take on as an interim principal for a friend of mine. She had to go out for surgery. That's how I started coming to work in Minnesota some years ago. And so it all worked out. I didn't have to go buy me another computer. They gave me one while I was working there for about a year. And then afterwards, they said, well, just hold on to it. If we ever need to call you back, we will. And so they did. I mean, they never did, because they went, they just weren't doing the same things that they needed me for in the first place. And I ended up keeping the computer until it wasn't good anymore. And then I got a new one. So anyway, that's why I think that the people at Apple are like right under God, because they can solve all problems. So LaShawn said he's in the architect field and works for the Cook County government's job. Good, man. He loved teaching. Yeah, I can imagine. Yep, all digital now. Ayush, where are you? Am I saying your name right, Ayush? Because I take pride in that, being an English major and all. I take pride in kind of like pronouncing people's names correctly. So where are you chiming in from? Anyone else who's on here? I'm getting all these messages coming in. I love it. Okay, good. Ayush Aryan. I take pride in that. Like when I was an English teacher and I'd get like 32 kids in my class, 32 8th grade girls in my class, I'd pronounce everyone's name, and ooh, let me mess up one. It is Shalita. I said, oh, okay, sorry, Shalita. Oh, you're in Japan. Wow, I don't think I've ever talked to anyone from Japan, but nice to meet you. Pronounce. Nope, you're not gonna get me on here and trick me into saying something that sounds like something else and I don't catch on till later. Nope, I can pronounce DJ 5000 though. LaShawn, you see how they try to do me? Yeah, this is the thing, I know, right? This is the thing about people who come on your lives. What you got to remember about me is I taught middle schoolers for years. So a lot of the stuff that's like said on live and DJ. Oh, okay, DJ. Let me see. Nope, I'm not going to say it. No, I'll just stick with DJ. D first name, last name, J. DJ. Hi, DJ. Or DJ first name, 5000 last name. Yep. We'll stay there. But yeah, working with middle schoolers and all of that, all the tricks and stuff that they used to try with me, I used to be so quick. I'm very quick-witted. So I'd get right back to them in a heartbeat. Now DJ 5000, where are you? Where are you chiming in from? Y'all so funny. Funny. I better keep watching the time too. 9:36. In a minute I'll have to be heading over. Tuskegee. Hewlett. I was gonna say that, believe it or not. I know you probably think no, you weren't because I didn't say it. You're in North Carolina, DJ. Good. We have some. I have business partners in North Carolina. We've got to grow that area because it's very progressive though. Very. What do you do, DJ? What do you do, DJ Hewlick? What do you do? Yeah, it is 9:37, and this airport is still just as slow as it was when I got here about an hour and a half ago. Oh, so you're an entrepreneur too. Same here. I own my own travel business. Super Mix, you're from India. Hello, Super Mix. Yeah, travel business. I have a travel business. I own my own travel business. So anytime I book travel for anyone, anywhere, I earn commission. And anytime I help people open their own travel business, I get residuals. Somebody put in the chat residuals. Ooh, that's a different type. See, I used to make six figures as a principal annually, but to make six figures residually in business, that's totally different. That's a different ball game, and not everyone is ready for that. That's why, if you notice, I don't really try to get people to partner with me just because we're on live, because not everybody's ready for a true business model and ready to understand clearly what residual income is. Because see, when I was a principal, my goal was to become a six-figure educator. And so when I became a principal, just because I hit principalship, I didn't hit six figures right away. My first year principal salary was like $80,000. And then I worked my way up to $120,000. That still was annually, not residually. When you earn residual income, that's for an act that you did once and you keep getting paid for it over and over and over again. Most people like the idea of earning six figures, but what they don't like is the idea of the commitment that comes along with earning six figures. See, I was a principal from age 29, and then I got let go from a principal position at 44. But by that time, I had been a principal for many years. It was one of the most challenging yet rewarding roles I had done in my entire life. I didn't come in just holding titles like some people do, right? It wasn't about that for me. It was truly about showing students and staff and parents, excuse me, what Black and brown children are capable of. Because oftentimes Black and brown children don't get the best. They don't get the best rap. You know, they can do some real stupid stuff and then have people looking at them like they're not capable, and that's so far from the truth. You just have to know how to get children to work for you, basically, right? And ultimately work for themselves. But not everybody understands that. So anyway, after I pissed off my boss, because that's what I did, she let me go. And it's okay. That termination was my liberation, and it has really allowed me to expand in my own business. See, when you work for somebody else, you're working for their dream. And now I'm working for my dream and for my family's dream, and that's most important to me now at this age. I'm at an age now where I don't want to do things that I just have to do. I've done that for years. I want to do things that I really want to do, things that really make me happy. So like when my husband went out of town for a retreat with the church this weekend, my first thought is, well, I'm going to go and spend some time with some of my business partners who are out of town. Wow, I see, okay, there it is. Who are out of town. And I had such a wonderful time. And I could have gone earlier, but I had to speak at a graduation. I would have stayed later, but I had to come to Minnesota and do a meeting, share the business opportunity here in Minnesota last night so that we could grow this market. But just the fact that I can choose when I'm gonna come back. I can choose when I leave. It's a certain level of personal freedom and time freedom that most people want but will never get, and we'll end up working all the way until we can't work anymore and miss out on so many things, and I'm just not willing to do that anymore. So oftentimes when I'm sitting in the airport, it could be for leisure or business. Like I think it's even now, you know what I mean? And I'm just very grateful for that. I really am, you all. I'm so grateful for just the freedom and flexibility, because I care for my father now, and I need to be available. Like he has a procedure tomorrow, and I have a doctor's appointment. Let me see. I just got paid. All right, it's Wednesday, so I get my travel commission checks on Wednesday, and it just came through. You see what I mean? I just spent $35 on breakfast in the airport, but shoot, I don't know if it was, I got more, I got it back and some just now in my travel commissions. So for those who are interested in, if you already travel, you're interested in earning income, making it as an additional stream of income in your house, let me know. I can't get my computer in my bag. Why is it that hard? Why? Oh my gosh. That gets on my nerves. I guess I got it. Okay, did y'all know that Southwest has free Wi-Fi now? I know it was only $8 before, but I used to hate when I had like multiple legs of a trip, and then I end up having to spend $16. And now I don't have to pay anything if you're with T-Mobile. T-Mobile covers that now. Isn't that nice? It said Wi-Fi for rapid rewards customers thanks to T-Mobile. Thank you, T-Mobile. Thank you. All right, let's roll, y'all. Because the time is 9:45 on Southwest. Now I can't get the doggone headphones in here right. It's really playing with me today. I think I will. I just carry them so I don't break them. Because if I break them, I'm going to be mad at me. And that's the worst, isn't it? Well, you can't be mad at anyone but yourself. Thank you, LaShawn. I'll see you later. I'll see all y'all later. Well, no, let's just walk through together so y'all can see how empty it still is in this airport. Let's go. What are you all doing? Who's at work? You don't have to say where. I don't want you to get let go for being on live. I'm about to knock the whole chair down. I hope you all went and subscribed so we could keep in touch. Yeah, we should. Oh, that water is horrible. Thank you. Have a good one. She was such a good waitress. Okay. Look at how empty it is. See all back there? Like, this is the airport, y'all. And nobody's here. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. Nobody's here. Like, look at TSA. Wow. Like, it's been like this for some hours now. What is the least occupied airport that you've ever been in? Hi, Chantel. I used to say Milwaukee, but I think Minnesota has this St. Paul, Minneapolis airport has Minnesota beat. Has Milwaukee beat. Like, you can actually hear people's conversations if they're talking loud, like over there. It's so empty. Like, so empty. But I'm not complaining. I might sound like I am, but I'm really not. I'm really not, because maybe my flight will be that empty and I don't have to sit way in the back and take a chance of being in the middle seat, because I forgot to check in early yesterday and I just checked in this morning, so I'm in the C boarding group with Southwest. And I ain't that mad about it, but I just wish I would have remembered to check in early so I could have been in a better boarding group and sit in the front somewhere and have an aisle seat or a window seat. But the flight isn't even that long. So you see the fact that you can see all the way down there. Hi, Chantel. The fact that you can see all the way to the end is so funny. It is like a very, very easy airport to travel through. Very easy. Not running into people. Now wait till I get to Chicago. I'm not going to O'Hare though, so it won't be as bad, but Midway is going to be way more crowded than this. Atlanta is like number one for the busiest airport in the US, I believe. But this airport is very cute though. Very clean and very empty. Oh, letters for Santa. I remember when we did Christmas at Caritas at my school, I had a mailbox. But because it was a Christian school, it was, let me turn it around and talk to you. Because it was a Christian school, it was letters for Jesus. Letters to Jesus instead of letters to Santa. Another TSA area. Super empty. Super empty, y'all. I wonder why. I guess because people don't come up here in the winter, huh? I guess if I wasn't here expanding my business, I wouldn't just be coming to Minnesota either. So that's pretty self-explanatory, I guess, right? Her coat looks warm. That's probably the most crowded area in the airport is my flight, my gate. But no one's lining up yet. So I guess I have time to go to the restroom. Because, going to the restroom on the plane is like a whole flex that I don't like. It's way too compact. But it is what it is. All right, I gotta go, y'all. See y'all.